Have you started posting? The reason why I ask is because, again, YouTube is making it easy, very, very easy for new YouTubers and smaller channels to succeed. The question is, are you going to take the opportunity, or are you going to allow another day to pass where you're not capitalizing? It's a very simple thing to answer. Are you going to be consistent? You could. You could. You won't, because you're passing up good for great. Who am I talking to? I'm not only talking to you, I'm talking to me too. I uploaded a couple of videos. I did one earlier this week, and I did one the week before. In reality, I could probably post every single day, upwards of every single hour. And I haven't taken that opportunity. I haven't done it. Why is that? Because I'm passing up good for great. So, as I had that thought, out here about to get some lunch, I decided, well, maybe this is a time where I can talk about what I'm dealing with, as well as offer some advice, not just to myself, but to people in my position, people that are similarly affected by by the same bad habits. Passing up good for great. This video is probably going to have terrible audio. The thumbnail is probably going to be very basic, and that's fine. That's completely fine. But I'm sure the advice will do more for people than me not doing it, right? So, deciding, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and post something. I'm going to post another video because, again, what's the likelihood that someone at some point is going to come across this video and say, I was thinking the same thing. I've done it. You've probably done it too. The idea that we need to create something that doesn't exist, I think stops most of us from just starting, right? Just start. You're not going to be good at it. You don't have to be good at it. It's fine. It's fine. Show someone else that they can start in their car just talking, and it could grow into something amazing. Start there. I think when we talk about monetization and we talk about you wanting to grow our YouTube channels, ultimately, I think most of us are talking about wanting to make more money. That's not going on. I think ultimately we're all talking about, wanting to earn more money, break away from, the 9 to 5 and all those things. And then we overthink it. We overthink the process. The process starts somewhere, and that starts with starting. Anything you want to do, you're going to have to allow yourself to be bad at it. You're going to be judged regardless. No matter what you produce in your life, you're going to be judged. At least in this way, you can get something from your effort instead of dwelling in your own mind about what you may or may not be good at. I think we, including myself, talk ourselves out of greatness on a regular basis because, what would you do if nothing was in your way? And I think a lot of us would idle. We wouldn't do anything. We allow ourselves to be stifled because we're afraid. But then you try to conceptualize or contextualize what you're actually afraid of, and it's the same thing that other people are afraid of. But if you dig a little bit deeper, just a little bit deeper, you'll realize that those things, they're probably not going to happen. They're probably not going to happen. But you won't know until you try. So try. I'm 100% going to upload this video as soon as I stop this car. I'm not going to try and make it perfect. I'm just going to put it out there. And I hope that when you see this video and compare it to my other uploads, realize that I'm just like you. I'm just like you. This is confusing. It's intimidating. It's worrisome, you know. But again, I'm overcomplicating the process. We've almost always got the ability to talk about something. Again, everything is content. Me driving to get lunch is content. You never know who's going to hear your voice or relate to you, or you just don't know. You just don't know. And 100%, everybody's not going to vibe with what you're putting out. That's okay too. That's fine. It's not a bad thing that someone doesn't want to subscribe to your channel. It's not a bad thing. This is all about choice. You know what? It's a really good, the thought just came to me that YouTube is a really strong experiment in freedom. It's a really strong experiment in freedom. Think about it. It's a job that you don't necessarily have to apply for. Your input usually is correlated to your output almost directly. Now we're not gonna compare that to time, because you might hit on something that goes viral and just, you're a sensation. But it's more likely that you're gonna take some time to develop an audience and a base and figure out what your niche is. That's more likely. But I think it's a really good experiment in freedom. Like, what would you do if there were no barriers to your success except your effort and output? Right? Maybe those are the same thing. But right now I'm going to say they're not. Who would you be? What would you do if there were no barriers to your success? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Because here's the thing. I decided almost a month ago that I was going to go ahead and start a YouTube channel. And this will be my third video that I actually upload. This will be my third one. I could have uploaded, I don't know, 300 by now? Roughly 300? Just start posting. Stop waiting. Post. Let it be bad. Post. Are you posting? You said you were going to post. Good luck.